Hello, and welcome once again. J76NY here, and welcome to the start of a new series. We are going to be starting a Confederate playthrough of the campaign on Grand Tactician, the Civil War, a new game that just came out from a developer named Oliver Kepfelmuller. It is very, very involved, to say the least. It is a mixture of strategic and tactical. In the strategic aspects, you manage the economy, you manage the logistics, you manage the recruitment, and the movement of your armies. When you come into contact with the enemy, you go into a tactical map, and it's, from what I've seen on playthroughs, it looks like it's a whole lot of fun. The way I'm going to do this series is it's going to be a mix of edited live streams. Probably the first 2 to 4 episodes are going to be a edit of this stream here on Twitch. And then I'm going to be doing recorded episodes and putting them directly up on YouTube. So if you don't want to have any breaks in the continuity of the timeline of this campaign, head on over to YouTube and subscribe over there. Name is the same, J76NY. There's a link somewhere here on Twitch if you want to go follow through for the full campaign. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a Confederate playthrough. So now this is literally my first look at this game, so except for what I've seen played. Alright, so very easy, mediocre, or hard. That volume sounds like it's just blasting in my ear. A way to shame people into playing at a harder level. Don't want to be mediocre. So, alright, now to get started out, I believe we pick 3 policies, choose up to 3 policies. This allows you to pretty much set your political agenda. And this one we're going to be starting in the spring of 1861. February 23rd, 1861, the Union is dissolved. The troubled and quarrelsome union between the northern free states and the southern slave states has not survived the election of openly anti-slavery Republican Abraham Lincoln. There's quite a bit to read here. I'm not going to do it all. I'll scroll slow. If you want to read it, you can pause and read at your leisure. Alright, so we get to pick our first 3 policies. Offer substantial support for an abolitionist underground organization. That's for the Union, so. Okay, looks like we already have Old Dominion, King Cotton, and Native allies. Wonder if we could switch these. Kansas, a slave state. Organized pro-slavery immigration and cross-border intrusion into Kansas territory. Southern support in Kansas is up 25, and it will become a slave state. Southern support in all states is up by 5. Slavery to the west. Mexico territory, southern support in the territories plus 25. Trade capacity from Texas to western states and territories doubled, and due to the increased trade volumes, all ports in Texas start with a higher upgrade level. Apostles of Disunion. Official support for pro-slavery fire eaters will increase southern support in all slave states by 20%, but will also increase northern support in all free states by 10. What's Old Dominion? They seem to have already picked that one for us. Virginia votes to secede from the Union and will join the Confederacy. The Confederate capital is moved from Montgomery, Alabama to Richmond, Virginia. Confederate support in Virginia up 10. Virginia's succession and Richmond's close proximity to Washington, D.C. come as a shock to the Union citizens. Union morale is down by 5. Now that is something you have to keep in mind during the campaign is the national morale that plays into the victory conditions. So I think I'm going to leave Old Dominion as it is, just for the penalty they receive on their morale. Filibustering provides support to large-scale southern incursions into Latin America. Southern military experience is increased by 5. Cuba will be under Southern control, increasing trade and allowing recruitment. I'm not going to go with that one, I don't think. All plantations will start the campaign with a higher upgrade level. Support in all slave states up by 5. In European intervention, level 20 is up by 20. This policy is required for level 3 to 4 agricultural policies during the campaign. Seems like a good idea to have. Southern industrialization. All heavy industries will start the campaign with a higher upgrade level. The Confederacy will start the campaign with more railroad lines built, and immigration from Europe increases population within the Confederacy by 25%, but lowers unity due to religious unrest and resentment towards slavery within the immigrant population, reducing national morale by 5%. This policy is required for level 3 to 4 industrialization policies and the abolition of slavery later in the campaign. Arms agents. Organize the movement of weapons to Southern armies and armories and forts. The number of weapons available to the Confederacy is increased by 50%, and Springfield weapon types become available for production in the South's industry. Union morale down 5. Native allies. Approach the Native Americans to ally with them against the Northern oppressor. Confederate support in Indian territories is up by 25. Recruitment from many of the Indian tribes living there made possible, and the number of volunteers is doubled. Southern Pacific. Support the construction of the Southern Pacific Railroad connecting Atlantic and Pacific coasts and increasing trade with the western states. The game will start with the Southern Pacific Railroad built and the Confederacy controlling some of the trade to the Pacific coast. CSA credit rating +2. Railroad transportation capacity and construction speeds +25. That might not be bad to have. It increases your credit rating, and from what I've seen, at least for the Confederacy, if your credit rating drops below a certain rating, like C- or CCC or whatever it is, then you can't recruit. That's tempting. I can pick 3. I want King Cotton, and I want Old Dominion. So those were chosen for me, and I'm going to leave them the same. Now I have to decide between Southern Pacific and the arms agents. I think we're going to go with the arms agents. Is it not letting me do it here? Well, let's see here. Okay, so it's not letting me do it. Oh wait, hang on. There we go, arms agents. Right, so I'm going with Old Dominion, King Cotton, and arms agents in order to start this out. Alright, let's get this started and see what happens. Alright, in late 1860, the southern states persuade Virginia to succeed, making it the leader of the rebellion. Plans are made to establish a Confederate government in the city of Richmond. Support for succession is, well, blah, blah, blah. During the 1850s, the demand for cotton in Europe skyrockets. Southern slave states make the production of cotton a priority. Plantations grow rapidly, and their wealth increases Southern support in slave states. In December 1860, Secretary of War John B. Floyd resigns as his actions to relocate weapons from the United States armories in the north to southern depots and forts is revealed. However, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Wonder if that's going to have repercussions later on. As the news about this negligence among the U.S. military spread, northern citizens' morale is stymied. All right, hotkey Alt. You can order units to coordinate their movements with another unit using the linking commands. I'm just reading these out loud for kind of my...
A house divided against itself cannot stand.
I will shut up.
I believe this government cannot endure permanently half slave and half free. Abraham Lincoln, June 16, 1858. Chapter 1. A House Divided. The American Civil War. Thousands upon thousands of Americans turned against one another. Brothers killing brothers. The bloodiest war America would see. One engulfing the young nation in a maelstrom. Tearing her apart.
Well, that was cool.
The Americans are no strangers to war.
For a video game, this is a pretty well-made intro. Lionsgate, the film studios, did the cinematics for this.
From their colonial masters, they fought long and hard for their freedom. To hold true that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. But in this pursuit, where the Americans have a divine destiny to establish on earth the moral dignity and salvation of man, war would be ever present.
Hints of Ken Burns. Kind of pissed off. I went to watch that on YouTube or on Netflix the other day, and it was gone.
While pioneers crossed the vast frontier, driving west in search of land and gold, the Native Americans find themselves pushed across the continent, killing and being killed, confined in ever-narrowing territories. Novel technology and engineering feats hasten the expansion westward.
Kind of wondering how the volume level on this is. It's overpowering or not. Because in my headphones right now, it's just blasting.
Canals connect the East Coast and Midwest, followed by railroads and telegraph wires only decades later, revolutionizing the flow of merchandise, news, and people. But not all became Americans voluntarily. Men, owned by other men, labor in shackles to feed an insatiable need for cotton and textile mills, bringing marvelous riches to some and comfortless lives to others. These tired, poor, huddled masses yearn to breathe free too, but instead are subject to crack of the whip. Equality and happiness, even life, are not reserved for all.
Oh, this is a really well-made intro.
Coming to mid-19th century, the ever-expanding nation is on a brink of rupture. Only a political compromise of 1850 diffuses the tensions between northern free states and southern slave states, but this merely delays the march on the road to the inevitable. I do not expect the house to fall. But I do expect it will cease to be divided. It will become all one thing or all the other. But the foundation of the wavering house would turn out to be beyond repair. Soon, blue flags bearing single stars would mark this union, commencing a war that would leave its mark in the Americans for centuries to come.
Oh, okay, I guess that's it. All right, whoa. There we go. All right, so let's get rid of this for now. Okay, so we are paused. It is noon. Let's go through these up here. February 23rd, 1861. What's this? Field manpower. We have 1,300 men. Our current treasury is at 1.9 million with a deficit of negative 2.1. We have a AAA credit rating. Sea transport ships capacity 0 of 38. River transport ship capacity 0 of 28, and railroad transport capacity. All right. See where we have all our troops here. Oh, we don't have many. We have the Florida State Militia, 500 men, under Major General William H. Chase. Okay. All right, what's this here? Telegraph station for the Confederacy, lumber mills. A Pensacola Confederacy, Fort Barrancas garrison under Lieutenant Colonel Oliver L. Adams. He has 75 men. Let's see what we have here. 1 brigade. 13 days until they're there. What's this? Spanish Fort garrison. Lieutenant Colonel Lysander Wilson. Oh, I can see that music's going to have to go down quite a bit. Show campaign units. Show campaign fleet. I don't have a navy. Show railroad tracks. See if we scroll out, we can see. Alright, what's this here? Fort Pulaski garrison. Alright, strategy. Okay, our objectives are break Union morale. Let's see, does it say to what? Below 25 will force them to sue for peace and you'll win the campaign. Or capture Washington. Okay, so our Army commander is Major General PGT Beauregard. We do have 100% national morale. That's kind of cool. National support is 98%. Morale of armies. Okay, military. Here's the South Carolina State Militia. Florida State Militia. Fort Morgan Garrison. Fort Gaines Garrison. This first episode here might be kind of just me looking around quite a bit. So, alright, finances. Now here is what I was talking about, managing the economy. Let's see, what would we want? Low. Agriculture, low. Transportation, we'll go low. Trade war, we're not going to worry about that, I don't think. Recruitment, we'll bump that up to low, and we're not going to worry about that. Alright, policies. Here's where we get to pick our policies. Alright, King Cotton is, I believe, already government funding. The nation's credit rating is improved and new acts for funding the war effort are made available. An improved credit rating means lower interest rates on new loans. Credit rating +2. Right, so 254 days until we get King Cotton, apparently. Industrialization 1. Mass productions of new and more complex weapons and ship types. I think that would be a good idea. Arming of civilian ships. How long for this? 254 days. Military 1. Military policies allow new laws for recruitment, internal security and trade warfare, as well as reforms making the military more efficient in modern warfare. Recruitment, civil order, and trade warfare subsidies allow up to $250,000 annually. Regulars Act, forming the Army of the Confederate States or regular army has not reached its target. Only a few small units have been recruited, and these are operating within the volunteer brigades. This order forms dedicated regular brigades by recruiting all possible former U.S. regulars and veterans within the ranks. 6 small regular units with good training and experience are added to your armies. Military experience goes down by 5. See this Militia Act. That's out almost 10.2 days. President of the Confederate States has authorized to call in the militia and form a provincial army. This act will allow the recruitment of volunteer units on 1-year contracts. Alright, what's this here? Diplomacy. I don't think we can do anything until this policy is actually done. Okay, so there's that. industrialization, I guess. 85 days it went down. So that's good. Alright, what do we have here? Production. And this lists the, got brickworks in New Haven, Connecticut, Indianapolis, Indiana, Trenton, New Jersey, and Charlotte, North Carolina. I don't know what that has to do with the Confederacy, but it's listed there. Alright, goods and trade. Wow, look at all that. This goes into a lot of detail here. Okay, artillery ammunition. Alright, so how do you get rid of this? Quick map overview. Okay. Field book. Map information settings. Show supply lines. That might be useful to have. Military icons. Map icons. Battle monuments. Oh. Alright, what's this? Menu. Okay, it's just that. We don't have anything over here. I don't think we can actually move anybody yet. I know there's a bit of time where you can't actually move anybody. Alright, what do we have down here? Stance. Stance as a unit determines how it should act when contact with the enemy is made. That's nothing, that's nothing. Movement orders and manage army. Okay, what do we have for fleets? Ships in harbor. Wonder if we can select these. Steam frigate. Alright, looks like we can add some ships, but we're going to see who we have here. 750 men, and we've got some artillery. See if we can add a new unit here. We have in South Carolina, and we can add 454, and we've got 1,600 in Texas. Not sure how we can add. Oh, we can't. There aren't any there. So we've only got 7,000 men available here. So let's. I guess we can add some from an infantry brigade. We can change their uniforms. That's kind of cool. Yeah, why not? Volunteers, 12-month contracts. Recruits needed, 750, 375. Okay, we'll go with that. Right, that's under Colonel Braxton Bragg. Can't click on him to, he's legendary. with inspiring leadership, skilled administrators. So I've heard that skilled administrators are better off up at the higher levels, but we're going to go with Mr. Bragg right now. Okay. South Carolina State Militia, 10 days they'll be there. Florida State Militia, Fort Morgan garrisons. Let's see what we have for field armies. I think this is just this and the Florida State Militia. Alright, so we are going to add apparently nobody. What's this down here? Increase number of units for this type. Increase number of units for this type. I guess I can't increase, add any more to him. It's too bad. Let's see. Or maybe they just don't have a commander yet. Alright, so Albert Sidney Johnson is getting... probably should have increased that. Let's see, what can we do? Can we change their weapons? Oh, we can. Nice. Let's see, availability, production only. I guess we can't change them yet. Alright, so Albert Sidney Johnson is coming to Florida. He'll be here in 29 days. I think maybe an artillery unit. Also from Texas. Recruit new artillery, horse artillery. We'll go with that. 60. I don't think I'm going to mess with their uniforms. Okay, they are going to be coming under the command of Lieutenant Colonel William B. Butler. Let's see. I can't pick anyone higher than a colonel, apparently. Okay. Officers, here we go. Nope. Alright. Let's go back to South Carolina. Alright, we're going to go with that for now. What's this here? Recruit a new army. I guess we can't. Let's see. Alright, we're going to go for Georgia boys. That'll be the Army of Georgia. I think I'm going to do 2 infantry brigades. And 1 artillery, maybe 1 cavalry to start out with. Okay. It's a strange color white there. There we go. Actually, let's go with brown. Make them UPS guys. There we go. Package has arrived in the form of artillery. Alright, and we will do 1 cavalry. Cavalry brigade, 625. And those are ugly-ass uniforms. And we'll just switch it up a little bit for the cavalry. There we go. Okay, let's see how long it's going to take them to get there. 13 days, 12 days, 26 days, and 33 days. Okay, so the Army of Georgia under Major General William Walker has Colonel Jones Withers and Colonel James B. Walton commanding infantry brigades, Major James Longstreet as an artilleryman. Well, it's still pretty early, I guess. And this old man, Henry McCullough, in charge of cavalry. Not researched. Yeah, I don't think we can even select that. Alright, so hopefully, if you've actually watched this first half hour or so of this, my credit goes to you, because I don't know if I'd have the patience to watch someone bumble their way through this or not. But I appreciate it, and any advice you have to offer, I am more than willing to take into consideration. I'm brand new at playing this game. This is really my first look at this game. So I'm open to any suggestions, tips, and advice. Alright, America divided. President Buchanan unable to solve the crisis. Jefferson Davis to lead the Confederacy. Okay. May have to turn the mouse down, or the power of the mouse down. Let's see, what do we have here? Here's the Army of the Georgia. South Carolina State Militia. Connected depots within commander range. Okay, who's this? Fort Sumter garrison. Total capacity 15,000. So if I really wanted to, I could probably attack Sumter. But we're not going to do that right now. Alright, where does it say? What's this here? Plantations, Port Royal, the Army of Georgia. Jefferson Davis inaugurated. We're gonna wait until he gets all his units. Days. I think we're going to speed this up just a bit, see what happens. Loyalties in Missouri torn. Secessionists Minutemen mustered. Missouri Volunteers militia formed. Government. Oh, okay. Fort Sumter situation deteriorates. Alright, what's this here? Monthly dispatch. Current rating of our nation is AAA, which is excellent. Our debt increased by 10 million. Currently, liabilities amount to 10 million. We're expanding. 0 companies were founded. Export volume. That is a lot of information to take in. Alright, let's go through here. See how these guys are. So I might want to move these guys out of Georgia. We were not allowed pre-war. Okay. So we literally cannot do anything. So we're going to speed this up. Texas joins the Confederacy. New territory organized. Confederacy issues bonds. And we were down to a AA. It is March of 1861, and Abraham Lincoln is inaugurated. I think that's the trigger where we can actually start moving things. Virginia's loyalties to Union questioned. We'll just try and move them and see what happens. Nope. Alright, so away we go. Confederate States Army established. Organization patterned after U.S. Army. Alright, we're gonna pause this here real quick. I wonder if I can make more armies. That's the military. Recruit a new army. Now, we don't have a lot of recruits here. We could do something in Louisiana. Do what's this? Supply alert. Army of Western Louisiana provisions. Oh well, hey, that's not good. So we'll just Add an infantry brigade. We'll go with, let's see. We'll go with 3 infantry brigades of 375. All right. And 1 artillery. We'll do a cavalry too, just because. Why not? $625. 313. All right. So that about wipes out Louisiana. Mildred Bonham. Never heard of him. Richard H. Anderson. Why we don't have any generals? That's kind of strange. What is he? Unknown, active initiative, inspiring leadership, and a skilled administrator. Little known, cautious, distinguished, and a good administrator. Okay. Alright, so now how do you build supply depots? That's what I'm wondering here. Let's see, finances, military, strategy, policies, production, goods and trade. Is there something I can turn on here? I thought I had it turned on to show the supply. Show supply lines. Military icons. Huh. Well, guess we'll blow through this pretty fast then, see what happens. This map looks really nice. All right. Speech delivered in Savannah. Extra, extra. News from front lines. Blah, 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 blah. Stevens addresses the nation. Cornerstone address. New government foundations laid. Further succession predicted. Industrialization 1 policy selected, so we can go into a different policy now. Let's do that here. All right, so we do have 3 policies active going, or 4 actually. Wow. Okay. Or if I still can't move my guys around. Okay, here's the Army of Western Louisiana. What's their readiness? Deficient. Supply situation at Fort Sumter critical. Alright, maybe I should pause here. See, situation is... provisions. It says we're at 100%. Most of these guys are already here, but I don't think I can move them at all just yet. Nope. Alright, so we'll continue to buzz through this until something happens and I can actually do something. Maybe I should look into Beauregard issues ultimatum. Major Anderson refuses to surrender at 0430 Fort Johnson opens fire. Fort Sumter bombarded. The garrison returning fire. Does that mean we are officially at war? Fort Sumter surrendered. 3,000 Confederate rounds fired. No casualty. President Lincoln to call militia. The Civil War has commenced. Okay, so from the looks of things, we are now at war. Can we move now? Movement not allowed pre-war. Okay. Away we go.
This step, secession, once taken, can never be recalled. We and our posterity shall see our lovely South desolated by the demon of war. Alexander Stephens, Vice President of the Confederate States of America. Chapter 2. The Demon of War. The election of Abraham Lincoln, an anti-slavery Republican, as the 16th President of the United States was the last straw, triggering secession. One by one, Southern slave states declared secession from the Union and formed the Confederate States of America, led by President Jefferson Davis. This secession ignited the inevitable escalation, with fruitless efforts to still find a political compromise falling on deaf ears. Advocates of armed insurrection and fire eaters roam the states with steel in their eyes, and the public is aroused to volunteer, to fill the ranks, to quell the rebellion, and to preserve the Union or to secure independence from it. Following open hostilities, President Lincoln's militia called for 75,000 volunteers for 3 months' service sparks incredulous protest and loud outcry among the southern states, and these sparks set on fire the irreversible. More states secede. Now it's war. 75,000, 100,000, and even more. Soon, the largest armies seen on American soil muster, drill, and prepare for war. A war that is to be neat, short, and limited. The whole matter would be settled by Christmas. But a dark shadow would loom over the growing and inexperienced armies. Without a swift and decisive blow from the very offset of the war, there's every chance of a long, confused, and disorganizing civil war, and even foreign powers may feel a desire to take a hand therein. The time is ticking for the newborn Confederacy. The Union must act. The demon of war has awakened.
All right, so I'm assuming we are now at war, and that's going to do it for the first episode of our Confederate campaign in Grand Tactician, the Civil War. There wasn't a whole lot of action in that episode, but we did lay the framework for our upcoming conflict with the Union. You could probably tell that I am very, very new to this game, so any tips or advice you have, leave them in the comments down below. If you want to come along with me through the journey here, and hopefully watch me improve as the game goes along, hit that subscribe button. Being the first episode of a series, if you could hit the like button, that would be very helpful to increase the visibility on YouTube. And like I said at the beginning, this is going to be a mix of edited streams and recorded videos. It's just how I'm going to have to work things for the series. It's a timing thing. But anyway, I hope you like the episode, and we will see you on the next time when we're actually at war. J76NY saying thank you very much for watching and have a good day.